Welcome, Cancerians, to the month of October 2018. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is another general transits reading for those of you born with your sun, moon, and or rising signs in the fourth sign of Cancer, the crab, and depicted by your glyph of the crab's claws. Okay, now the month starts out with your ruling planet, the moon, trailing in from September 30th in your 12th house of the subconscious mind and dreams. And Mercury, which has been transiting your naturally residing 4th house in Libra, then trines your ruling planet. So from the 4th house to the 12th houses, you now have a very harmonious ability to emotionally communicate your needs, your soul's needs, your deep inner needs within your home. Then, on October 1st, Pluto goes direct. And so, get out of here, retrograde. Pluto has been transiting your 7th house of others in Capricorn and now goes direct at 2 hours and 4 minutes. Then on October 2nd, the following day, the last quarter moon occurs in your sign. Hang on, there was a hair. There is still a hair. Okay. So, now the last quarter moon is in your 1st house, in your sign, the house of the self and body. And this last quarter moon phase brings about maybe an ending to something you've been doing and no longer need to be doing, concerning something to do with the first house matters. Then, on October 3rd at 8 hours 34 minutes, Jupiter in your sister sign of Scorpio, in your 5th house of romance and creativity, trines the last quarter moon and largely gives you the ability to possibly harmoniously, but maybe even pleasantly, either end a romantic relationship or end some kind of, complete some kind of creative project, as the 5th house also deals with creativity. Then, on October 5th, Venus in Scorpio, in your 5th house, goes retrograde. And I don't have a retrograde tab for this yet. But that happens at 19 hours 6 minutes. And then on October 7th at 14 hours 4 minutes, Jupiter sextiles the moon once the moon goes into your third house of communications. I hyphenated it here. Anyway, the moon in Virgo versus Jupiter here in Scorpio. So there's a very pleasant water earth element aspect going on between how you communicate emotionally in a very positive and or positive ways. You may actually meet your romantic partner through your siblings, as the third house deals with siblings and or short distance travels. Then on October 9th, the new moon occurs in your fourth house, along with the sun, making it new, and kind of almost as if it's forming a conjunction in Libra, as we are in the fall stages nearing Scorpio, which becomes Halloween night. And that new moon happens at 3 hours 48 minutes and or 15 degrees Libra, 48 minutes. And something new is on the horizon. Maybe you'll be moving into a new home and changing out your shell of outer existence. Notice I threw in that pun because your home is your crab's shell. And so then also too on October 9th at 8 hours 51 minutes, Pluto, now direct in your 7th house in Capricorn, squares the moon. Pluto directly squares the new moon, so maybe now there might be a few tensions and or frustrations and or a little bit of irritability within the home regarding and or with your significant other, so be mindful of that. And then on October 10th, Mercury ingresses into and leaves Libra and ingresses into Scorpio, into your 5th house of romance and creativity. So it changes signs and grows along and moves along at 0 hours 41 minutes. Then on October 11th at 22 hours 9 minutes, Jupiter conjuncts the moon. So, in a sense, your ruling planet has the ability for expansion greatly, largely dealing with your romantic partner and or and listen, look at this. You have so much energy right here between Mercury, Venus, the moon, and Jupiter, all in Scorpio, creating this watery depth. So the moon conjunct Jupiter gives you the ability to really be able to tap in in such a nurturing, loving way with your romantic partner. And this will give you that ability. And in other words, bring big luck, and you'll be able to psychically tune into that. Then on October 14th, the sun sextiles the moon. Once the moon enters your 6th house of work and health and service given in Sagittarius. So now the moon makes a 60-degree positive, short but sweet aspect between the fire and air signs and your ruling planet. The moon may have a bit of a sensitivity and or delicate need to look after your health. However, because this is a sextile, it gives you that ability to emotionally ask for time off from work to be at home. Then on October 16th, the first quarter moon happens in your 7th house in Capricorn at 18 hours 3 minutes, or 23 degrees Capricorn, 19 minutes. So now you have the ability to emotionally express yourself with others. Not that you wouldn't anyway, but it's more highlighted here in your 7th house. And on October 16th as well, at 21 minutes 50 seconds, 21 hours 50 minutes, Jupiter then sextiles the moon in this direction, or flow of events. So it was over here, now it's going this direction as the moon changes and flows along, travels along every 2.5 days. And so now you have the sextile between Jupiter so from your 5th to your 7th houses, again, this short but sweet sextile between your ruling planet, the moon, in your 7th house. You will largely be able to be quite romantic with your significant other. Then on October 19th at 12 hours 22 minutes, the sun sextiles the moon, the sun trines the moon once the moon goes into your 8th house of sex, death, and taxes, and or others' resources in Aquarius, the air sign of Aquarius. And Mars has been transiting through Aquarius, in Aquarius, through your 8th house at this time. So lots of actions need to be taken, and your emotions, you'll feel quite a bit harmonious at this time in the ability to ask for help from others' resources for something to do with the home. Maybe a home remodeling project that you've been working on. Then on October 21st at 23 hours 48 minutes, Jupiter trines the moon once the moon enters your 9th house in Pisces. So now, from your 5th to your 9th houses, your ruling planet in Pisces aspects the largest planet in the solar system, Jupiter, and you may very well be able to go on maybe some kind of road trip, long distance, with your romantic partner and enjoy it immensely, and albeit it will be harmonious. Then on October 23rd, the Sun leaves Libra, enters Scorpio, enters your 5th house of romance and creativity. Look at all these planets clustered in your 5th house. And that happens at 11 hours, 24 minutes. Now we're moving in toward the fall season, as Libra already represented the falling or setting sun. There's the horizon, there's the ocean, and there's the water, the sun. And now the sun is gone into Scorpio on the 23rd. Also on October 23rd at 18 hours 19 minutes, Pluto squares the moon once the moon goes into your 10th house of career and makes a 90-degree angle between Pluto in Capricorn, so from your 7th to your 10th houses, and Mars in Aries. Notice both, along with you, are cardinal. You're a cardinal water sign. Now that the moon has entered Aries, it's in a cardinal fire sign. And Pluto, now going direct, is in a cardinal earth sign. So with this square, however, from your ruling planet to Pluto, you will be able to and or be emotionally driven. It'll give you the impetus to deal with business partners, people in authority in your career. However, be mindful of being too touchy with this square and or impetuous. Be very mindful about being creating or having any angry outbursts with this moon square Pluto, with relations with others. Then, because you don't want what happens in your career to backfire with others. Then, on October 24th at 16 hours 46 minutes, the full moon occurs in your 11th house of friendships in Taurus. At 1 degrees Taurus, 13 minutes. Opposing the sun now in Scorpio. And on October 26th at 14 hours 50 minutes, Jupiter then makes a 180 to the full moon. And as I always say, it's like a point of awareness. So now you'll be quite emotionally aware in how you're largely dealing with romantic partners as well as friends, and or you'll be able to recognize your goals and wishes, as the 11th house also deals with hopes, goals, and wishes. At this time, however, with that opposition between Jupiter and your ruling planet in its full moon phase, be very mindful and aware of how you're dealing with others, even at group events, possibly like a pre-Halloween party, for instance. Then on October 28th at 4 hours 39 minutes, Mars, we haven't really touched on Mars much this month. Mars in your 8th house in Aquarius trines the moon in Gemini. The moon comes full circle and then trines, Mars harmoniously trines, see, because both are air signs. Mars trines your ruling planet in your 12th house, the moon in Gemini in your 12th house of the subconscious mind and dreams. And so you'll be able to tap into your subconscious mind and in a very harmonious way assert yourself in asking for help from others as resources, and you'll possibly receive it, and you'll get the help you need. Then on October 31st, happy Halloween, Mercury leaves Scorpio and enters Sagittarius in your 6th house of work, health, and service given at 4 hours 39 minutes. Then on also October 31st, on Halloween night, Venus, the planet Venus, enters back into Libra, into your 4th house of the home, and sort of does a retrograde flip-flopping back into Libra at 19 hours 43 minutes. Also on October 31st at 2 hours 32 minutes, Mercury in Sagittarius trines the moon. Once the moon, 2.5 days later, your ruling planet enters Leo in your 2nd house of money and what you value, and now harmoniously trines Mercury. So Mercury trine your ruling planet from your 6th to your 2nd house. You very well may receive a bonus if having to work on Halloween night, or like a like a prize, like some sort of bonus on Halloween night. Then the very last aspect of the month on October 31st at 16 hours 41 minutes, the last quarter moon occurs at 8 degrees Leo, 12 minutes. And I probably should have put the last quarter moon first, because 8 degrees is usually toward the beginning of the house, and then like 28 degrees would be right here, for instance. So, however, that last quarter phase moon means your ruling planet will be tying up loose ends in terms of finances, and all will be well in your world. Have a happy Halloween, a safe one at that. And to finish up your reading with, the artwork. Oh, and if in case I haven't mentioned, you are here, as this is Earth, and that's my little tab for that. And so I have these coloring pencils, and I've done this as a treat for my viewers. I don't know what color eyes I should make your eyes. Maybe a pretty magenta. Undersea creatures such as crabs, such as you, Cancerian, the crab, often have unusual colors if they're not on someone's plate. And they're beautiful. They help clean the ocean's floors and shorelines. And you know, you all have a purpose. Every one of us has a purpose. And it's wonderful that I found my purpose doing these readings. I'm so happy. One of my oldest friends, longtime friends, said, you know, you have found your purpose. And I said, I have? And at first I wasn't sure. You're right. I did. I have found my purpose. There are other more fascinating, fun projects that I'm going to be coming up with for this channel of North Star Astrology. And oh, by the way, thank you for looking up upon the North Star. Yeah, and so this is my gift to you as a bonus addition to wrapping up the reading. And cute. You know, something came over me and said, you know, I need to do this. It's just, I think this would be a neat addition. Excuse me. I need to sharpen this. I need to sharpen this colored pencil. I love this little sharpener. I bought it at the old Long's Drugs. I miss Long's Drugs. Now it's CVS Pharmacy. Oops. Okay, that didn't work. Anywho, in last month's reading, I had mentioned your positive characteristics and or attributes and the negative characteristics and or traits to let go. And you, Cancerians, are tenacious, intuitive. Oops. I've just lost my pencil. And quite psychic, too, actually. Oh, boy. Oh, good. Okay. I believe I've got it. Now, I can finish the last minute details. This is just So I'm trying to make this the water and see if I can find some color to make it the ocean floor. Oh boy, this is gonna need to. Oh boy. Well, I just lost that pencil. Goodness gracious. I am really becoming a Butterfingers here. What is going on? Oh, gee. Got it. Pardon me if I am fumbling here. It's early in the morning and I'm still kind of tired. I didn't get enough sleep. I try. I really try. I really, really try. Okay. Okay, now this is the ocean floor that I'm creating. Trying to make it look like some sand or something here. Along with the water. And you get the idea. You are a beautiful creature. Crustacean. A beautiful crustacean. With the purpose of helping clean the ocean's floors. And you create your home in your shell. Other such crustaceans take over other abandoned shells. I find that so cute. I don't know if that's the hermit crab that does that, or also crabs. I need to look into that. I think that is so cute and clever and quite intelligent of our ocean's depths. Oops. I'm just making this up as I go. I'm not trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. You get the idea. And put a little initial. Okay. Cancer. The crab. And with that, Cancerians, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please feel free to like, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and or subscribe. And have a happy Halloween. Bye.